what to make of another new version of the All-Star game, and of course, the Giannis versus Shams drama that heated up on Friday night. We dig into the All-Star recap coming up next on Locked On Bucks.
You are Locked On Bucks, your daily Milwaukee Bucks podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, welcome back to Locked On Bucks. I'm Justin Garcia, joined as always by Camille Davis. You can hear me on the Bucks Radio Network. You can find Camille on the Technical Foul podcast and part of our Locked On NBA coverage. We just talked about the Bucks resurgence here and what we've seen in these last 6 games, and kind of looked ahead to the rest of the season. So if you missed the earlier episode today, by all means, check that out and get our thoughts on the current playoff odds the Bucks have and that the schedule and the most important games. But some games that were not important in the schedule was the round robin that we saw, All-Star game, and All-Star Saturday night, although I don't know if it was referred to as Saturday night, Camille, because it was one of the things you and I were talking about of, I knew the All-Star game itself was being played in the afternoon on Sunday, or games were being played in the afternoon because of the Olympics. I did not realize we were doing the same thing with All-Star Saturday. So imagine my surprise when I get the notification on my phone in the afternoon, Damian Lillard wins the 3-point shootout. Like, is this like a prediction or what is this? And then see other tweets like, afternoon. Okay, how about that?
Yeah, it caught me off guard as well. But when I finally got back home, my first thought was like, okay, if it's going to start early, whatever. But why is the 3-point contest the first event of All-Star Saturday night or All-Star Saturday afternoon in this case? Like, I've been saying for a few years now, I think the 3-point contest should close All-Star Saturday night because that's the one event that consistently gets the stars. Like, even with Damian Lillard joining the field, it came about apparently as a joke, with him joking to league office, like, hey, if someone drops, let me know. I feel good. And then he got a call like, does that still stand because we had someone drop out? Are you willing to do it? And Dame said, like, All-Star Weekend requires all-stars. Like, let's get out here and do that. Like, the 3-point contest, in my opinion, should never be first. Never, ever be first. That should be the main event of the weekend, which unfortunately, Bobby Portis did not have a strong showing in that performance in the 3-point contest, but I don't think his jump shot really lends itself.
His shot, doesn't lend to a.
No, it's not a 3-point contest shot, but it was cool seeing him and cool to see Dame get out there and get that victory, especially knowing that one of those 3-point contest wins came in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform. Yeah. So we're always part of that history now, Justin.
I don't think we need 8 guys.
Oh, you don't?
I think we can trim it down and we can just let's just pick like 2 head-to-head battles or something. And we'll go with 4 guys. You go versus this guy. You go versus, or if we do 8, just do 4 head-to-heads. Do like a knockout type of setup and do something. Like, here's the other thing. I'm a 3-point purist, Camille. I've always loved it more than the slam dunk contest. And where you start to lose me is like when we have the all money ball rack and the other ones. Like, no, let's just stick with the same setup so I can hold up your score versus someone else's from seasons past.
That's the thing that gets me where I'm like, how do you compare the scores? Now you have to actually go back and just check like the racks. And it's like, how do you do that easily? So I'm with you on that. Like, for ease of comparison's sake, it gets a little funky now because of the all money ball rack and then the logo ball, which I get in this NBA having the distance rack. I can get the addition of those two, but yeah, they got to make it a way to translate the scores. Like, I think they should find a way to do that of like all time shooting scores and put them up there, because I think that context is interesting to consider too.
Just have one guy on each end of the floor going head to head. One guy's shooting down there, one guy's shooting down there. And that way it's not only your score, but what time you finish at too. That goes into account. So if we have a tie and this guy got through his rack in 57.8 seconds, he moves on because the other one, he tied him in score, but he didn't get through all of his balls.
That's an interesting one. I also like the year where they had the WNBA involvement.
Yeah.
When they had like the Steph shootout.
That should have been the final event of the night. Steph versus Sabrina.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if they can even find ways to do that with WNBA players of like,
Yeah.
hey, we're going to bring someone in every single year. We're going to have some type of spectacle with that. Like, go for that, because I like to see that. And also with them bringing back shooting star, or is it shooting stars, what they officially call it?
I forget what they called it, but yeah.
I like that way more than the
Yes.
skills tournament. Like, I like seeing the older players come back and be part
Everyone
of
is
the
skilled
weekend.
at this point is the problem. You know, like in the past, it was like, whoa, okay, like there's a big in this. Chris Bosh is going to be in the
Yeah.
skill competition, something like that. Now everyone can do this. So
Do
yeah,
it, yeah.
let's go to that. The unique team. I don't know why we needed Team Knicks in there, but the rest of them, like, all right, yeah, I get Ron Harper and his kids. Let's do something like that.
And then Team Duke was pretty much Team Milwaukee, if you think about it, because it was Con Knuckle and Jalen
It was
Johnson,
Team what? Team Cameron,
Tim
wasn't he
Camp,
called?
yeah, and even Corey Maggette, like he played for Milwaukee for a season. So that was the Milwaukee. I was cheering for them the whole way through. Of like, we got some Milwaukee ties here. Let's get to it. But yeah, I like that. I think it should go shooting stars, dunk contest, and then 3-point contest, and that should be the order of operation.
All right. Some thoughts on the rest of the weekend. We joked about it, but we finally got to see Giannis and Shams Charania on the floor together on Friday nights, and the other events we didn't talk about on Saturday. And then, oh, by the way, the new format of the All-Star game. So we'll share some thoughts on those coming up after this on Locked On Bucks. Ever wanted to experience the NBA Finals live and in person? Well, FanDuel has given you the chance to turn that dream into reality with their NBA sweepstakes. Here's how it works. Use your profit boost on any NBA future, and you're automatically entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2 flights, tickets, the whole experience. So if you're already looking at the board, thinking about which team can make a deep run, this is the perfect time to lock in. Pick your futures, whether it's picking a team to win the championship or even just grabbing the conference title. It adds that extra layer of excitement to every game down the stretch. And now not only can you pick your cash, but it could also send you to the finals. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. Use your profit boost on an NBA future and get entered for your chance to win a trip to the NBA Finals. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Workplace chaos, deadlines stacking up, your inbox is overflowing, and the one position you have to fill still sitting open. When the pressure's on and you need the right hire, this is a job for Sponsored Jobs. Indeed, Sponsored Jobs helps you reach the people who actually fit what you're looking for: skills, experience, location. So you're not just hoping the right candidates stumble across your post. Here's the stat that says it all. In the minute I've been talking to you, companies like yours have made 27 hires on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching and more time interviewing candidates who check all of your boxes with Indeed Sponsored Jobs. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all of your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs. Tax season doesn't have to take over your life. This year, TurboTax is making it easier than ever to just hand things off and move on with your day. With TurboTax Full Service, you can have your taxes done for you by a trusted local expert start to finish without the stress or the guesswork. So instead of spending hours trying to figure out forms, you can meet with a local TurboTax expert in person or online, and they'll handle everything from W-2s to self-employed forms, getting you every deduction. All you got to do is upload your documents and go about your day. You get updates right in the TurboTax app, making it a huge time saver and giving you real peace of mind knowing an expert is handling it. For a limited time, you can have your taxes done by a local TurboTax expert for just $150 all in. If a TurboTax expert did not file for you last year, just file by February 28th to get this perk. Take taxes off your plate and get back to your life. Visit turbotax.com/local to book your appointment today. Okay, so all I'm going to say about the slam dunk contest, Camille, I kind of stopped first of all, I don't even know how you improve it, but like as soon as we had the Jace Richardson mishap, like, okay, I'm good. I'm good here.
I was just yelling, someone checking for a concussion, please. He hit his head very hard on that floor.
I mean, look, we had a pair of Wildcats and, on Team Arizona, but even that couldn't get me interested in this dunk contest. The one thing I saw somebody point out was like, what if you just like had classic dunks loaded on an iPad or something and you had guys pull something out of a hat of like, oh, you just drew the Jordan dunk, so you're going to have to jump from the free throw line and convert your dunk. Otherwise, you don't get a point or whatever we're going to do. But also, just do a dunk off where it's like, oh, you missed, you're out. So if this guy misses, we'll do it again. Otherwise, he advances and you move on, like something. It's just this lost in the shuffle because the All-Star game is largely up. It changed a little this year, but the game itself has largely been so bad that we kind of forget, oh yeah, the dunk contest has kind of been a problem for a while too.
I mean, that sounds like the modern version of the roulette wheel where they're putting dunks on the wheel and you're spinning the wheel. That's the thing with the dunk contest, right? To me, it feels like you get one or two good dunk contests like every decade. And the rest of them are like subpar. Like that's how it has felt to me for a while.
And it's like a game thing. Like what makes dunks exciting is like that it happens in a game, in competition, where somebody's trying to do that. Have Rudy Gobert and other centers trying to block your dunk attempts.
That could be interesting. How did you feel about apparently Mac McClung was like disinvited from the dunk contest?
Like, listen, we can't keep doing this. Like, you're making us look bad.
People aren't going to want to dunk if you're in it. And then he even posted his dunks app, like the 4 dunks he had for the dunk contest. And I was like, whoo, would have been fun seeing him with Carter Bryant and Jace and
Kashad. I saw somebody else pointing out too, like, it's bad when Kashad Johnson is like having to dance after every dunk just to kind of like incite the crowd to get into it.
Should not be the main event. Again, it should not be the main event. It has lost main event status.
Also, like, I don't like, we don't live in Southern California, obviously. I don't know what the vibes were around All-Star, but didn't really look pretty hopping there and lively. And seeing other people posting on social media too, like, here's the stands. Like, was this during the whole event? Because it seemed pretty dead in there. And I mean, how much of it was Saturday afternoon? Who knows? But also, like, we're not going to get this. So I'm just going to say this, acknowledging, well, nothing in this front is going to change. But like, look, make it about the fans then, right? If we know you want this to be a showcase of your best players, but it's also for the fans, as we've heard Adam Silver routinely say, well, then make it easy to get into the arena and just fill this thing up and say, like, look, we're not going to make money on the tickets. We're going to make money on concessions. We're going to make money on people getting in there to buy All-Star things. So we're going to have a very low price point. So we fill this building and we get people that maybe aren't able to come to games because they're priced out of it. They can at least show up to this thing.
Yeah. I mean, something. They got to figure something else out at this point. Like, you shouldn't have an empty arena. And, it should be a packed house for All-Star Weekend for all the different events. And if the ticket sales for Friday and Saturday aren't as high as the Sunday games, you figure out a way to get the fans in the building. Like you said, maybe discounts, maybe bringing schools in or something like that of the area. Just some way to get people in the building. What do you think about the idea of a 1v1 tournament coming to All-Star Weekend with more of the guys kind of being like, actually, I do that.
Done. I'll believe it when I see it, because how many of these guys that are saying it now know, like, we're never going to get a majority of players that agree on this. So, like, I'll just go out there and say, yeah, I'm in favor of it. But, like, done. Let's do this now.
Yeah, because when I heard Giannis even was like, yeah, I do. He said, maybe not against Wemby, but like, or KD. He said, but everybody else, yeah, I'm with that. But like, I think that would be really fun. And after seeing Unrivaled do it last year for their league, I was like, man, if the men could do this for like All-Star Weekend, I don't know if you would do that Sunday, Saturday, or what, but like just having that in there with the All-Stars, I think would be really, really fun.
Yeah, and Steph made the announcement before one of the All-Star games too that He is going to return to the 3-point shootout next season in the All-Star Weekend, and said he's going to try to urge Klay Thompson to get in there as well. I would imagine Damian Lillard, assuming he's healthy, is going to be.
Already told him he got to do it again next year.
Yeah, is going to be defending his title. So like maybe we'll get one last run with all the vintage. And look, at that point, do something else too, of like, oh, Reggie Miller feels pretty good and he's ready to get some shots up. We're going to do Steph Curry versus Reggie Miller, like something like that, or Dame versus Reggie Miller.
Oh, like if they could find a way to extend like how the Shooting Stars brings back some older players, if you could do like a OG 3-point contest too, like I'd be interested in seeing that, because even seeing the Shooting Stars, like when I saw Allen Houston out there, and I was like, dang, I forgot how much I used to love Allen Houston's jumper. Like just the jumper was always one of my favorites. Just the jump, the art.
You know what? Let's go the all jumper 3-point game, and it's like Pete Nance, Malcolm Brogdon's coming back from retirement. Like these are the ones. AJ Green with his shot unorthodox. Like we're just going with the weirdest looking shots. This is what we're doing for All-Star.
Do you think AJ Green shot is a 3-point contest shot?
No.
Yeah, I feel like he has.
I don't think it's quick enough.
Jumper.
Yeah.
But I would love to see it. Like he would shock the world seeing that jumper consistently.
Yeah, you got to be compact and quick, and it's just yeah. Did you have any high level thoughts? Like, I'll say this: the moments I saw, it was better. It was better than I expected in this round robin format, and the Team USA versus the world with the Stars team and the Stripes team, and then the whatever we're calling it from the Friday night teams of the young rising stars. Better than I thought, but I still feel, this, all right, you did something better, but this ain't it to me.
Yeah, I love the round robin format for the Rising Stars games. Like that feels like right to me. But All-Star Sunday, I did like the competition level a bit more in this year's game than what we've seen over the last few. But also when they implemented the Elam ending for the first time, that All-Star game was competitive. So I'm not sure if it's replicable or if it was just like, this is the first year we're doing this. This is new. Like, I think ultimately they should go back to East versus West. If they want to just go back to East versus West, I think that's where they need to get to.
And for the love of God, wear your team jerseys.
Or your team. Yeah, the team. Like, if they go back to East versus West, I think the first year should absolutely be like, we're taking it all the way back then. Like, team jerseys are being worn during the game. We're just going to go back to that. If y'all don't compete, that's on y'all. But I think Steph Curry had a great idea where he said maybe just shortening the quarters would make more sense in the All-Star game, where instead of a 48-minute game, it's a 40-minute game. So at least the All-Stars are kind of like, you don't have as much time to do the quote-unquote warm-up of just playing around. You kind of got to get
Oh, that's what it was? They were just warming up for the first 46 minutes?
That's how it always goes. You know, it's not really competitive until the clock starting to tick down.
Okay. You're really really making the players look great too, of like, we'll consider trying if you make us try less. Like if we only have to do it for these many minutes versus the others, then we'll think about it. You weren't in favor of Nick Wright's idea?
All the black players, all the white
players.
We
would see competition in that.
Boy, in this climate, I don't know if the world can handle it. I don't know if the world can handle it.
I think you might have some people attending All-Star that usually don't and are quick to tell you the NBA sucks and the NBA is dead. And all right, leave your thoughts on the All-Star game itself, the All-Star weekend, and Giannis too, getting in his shots on Shams Charania, who
cannot hoop.
That was a tough look. And Giannis started by saying that, and that rebound clip, Camille, is all I saw. And
he was right. Seems like Giannis was right. You noticed Coach Giannis was right.
I got a lot of Amin El Hassan vibes from Shams on that. So leave your thoughts on All-Star Weekend, and we'll see what the consensus is. But coming up on tomorrow's full show, we'll have another look ahead to the second half here as the Bucks continue their push for the playoffs. That'll do it for today, though. For Camille, I'm Justin. We'll talk with you guys once again tomorrow on Locked On Bucks.